Good morning. My name is Rick White from 180 Biz, and this is my Just One Thing. So, what we want to talk about today is that superstar team. And one of the key components that you've got to have is you need a ruler. They need a common goal. We talked about this before. They all got to have a common goal. That creates the team, right? It's that shared destination and the shared purpose that creates the team. Now, you got to have a ruler. You got to have a way to measure progress. They can not only see how they're doing personally, but they can see how the team is progressing professionally as well. Most of you don't have a ruler, and it is so simple. You got to figure out what's important to you. But why don't you do this? It's because you were never clear when you hired your team members what your goals and expectations are or were. Your team, they hold you 100% accountable to your promises. You told them you're going to pay them every week, every other week, whatever the case is. You said it was going to be a certain amount and all this stuff. They get a certain amount of time off, certain holidays. They have to be in and out by a certain time. They hold you 100% accountable to that. Okay. But here's the issue, you're not holding them accountable to anything but showing up. And that is because you never sat down and talked about what you need. And the reason for this is twofold. Number one, it's because of this psychological term called illusion of transparency. You unconsciously expect people to know what it is you need to be successful. That does not work. Be like me. And the reason I say that, don't be like me in every area. But when I first met Brenda, I said to her, I said, I'm a 2x4 guy. And she goes, what do you mean by that? I said, when you think something is obvious, I promise you I don't see it. You got to hit me up the side of the head with a 2x4. You got to recognize that you are the same way. You need to let everybody in your team know, number one, where you're going, right? That common destination, the common purpose. Then you got to know how you're going to measure it as a team. And then you got to know how you're going to measure it individually. All right. Now, these measurements create conversations, right? When we're measuring progress, it creates a conversation. And the conversation should be daily. And what you're going to be looking at is what went great. Hey, you're knocking it out of the park. Fantastic. What are you doing to get that result so that you can learn to duplicate it? So if you're winning, you want to find out why. That's the first reason for progress. Second is if you're not, now we can step back and work on it together. It's not you, the owner, against your team. No, sir. You all share a common destination. You all share a common purpose. Your feedback, the ruler, that conversation that ruler provides is called feedback. And you need that feedback because when you're not hitting what you need, now it's collaborative instead of combative. Do you understand? Because we're all going to the same place. We're all going there because we care and because there's something behind it. And that is where your real magic gets in there. So the first reason I said you don't do it is because, number one, the illusion of transparency. What's the second reason? The second reason is you're scared. You're telling yourself a lousy story. Yes, it's harder to find good help right now, no doubt. And that's the same for every industry right now. We think we're in our own little bubble, but I guarantee you, you start talking to some other industries, they're dealing with the same thing. But here's the thing, you're afraid that if you push too hard, you're afraid that if you set a standard too high, you're going to scare these people away. And I'm going to give you a little secret. I want to get an amen on this. The only people you're going to scare away are people you don't want to be a part of your team. Did you hear that? When you set a standard, the only people you're going to scare are the people that should not be a part of your team. Yes, that's painful, but I would rather qualify them there than to put up with somebody for a year hoping and praying they're going to get better. That doesn't work. You got to have a way to measure and set progress, to measure progress. And you got to do that at the beginning. You want to keep it super simple. Don't make it overly complicated. Don't talk about productivity percentages and efficiency percentages. Give your techs a number. Give your salespeople a number. Something that's easy to see. Go, no go. Super, super cool. Now, if you want to hear more about this superstar team, our Pocket Business Genius webinar is also, we have our Shop Owners Roundtable. Sign up, okay? If you know of a friend or another shop owner, they have to be owners. Can't be a manager, can't be an advisor. They have to be owners. Please invite them. We typically have 50 to 60 shops in there, and it's a really good time for an hour. And we work on things looking for solutions, looking for ways to adapt and respond. So we would love to have you in there. Please share this video, okay? There are other people that need to hear this today, and I need your help to get it out, please. Thank you. I appreciate you all. God bless. Have some fun and go make some money. I'll see y'all next week. Take care.